and over the next 2 days and 3 videos I'm going to be trundling around Dorset and the Jurassic Coast on my way sampling the Jurassic Coaster and Jurassic Breezer services. Now both of these are flagship services, with the Jurassic Coaster being the more well-known one. Now the Jurassic Coaster is a bit of a jumble up of scenic routes that get loads and loads of tourists in the summer and aren't that busy in the winter, however are absolutely key bus routes. And the Jurassic Breezer services are part of the Breezer from More services and are simply just for tourists, as these do not operate in the winter. Now to start off with, I had to get the Jurassic Coaster X51 service the very short distance from Dorchester down to Weymouth. Now there are a number of routes that will do this for you, with the most obvious route being the First to Essex Route 10, which is especially designed to get you from the very posh area of Poundbury through Dorchester and onwards down to Weymouth. This service operates every 20 minutes and is rather good. However, it does have extra stops in Upwey, which means the bus service can take quite a while. Meanwhile, the 2 journeys in the morning and the 2 return journeys in the evening on the Jurassic Breezer 30, as well as the Jurassic Coaster X51 services, are very good at doing this, as they get you right from the centre of Dorchester right down to the centre of Weymouth in only a matter of minutes, and they are both very quick. And with the Jurassic Breezer, you can also get beyond Weymouth to Lulworth Cove and Swanage. Along with the Jurassic Breezer and Jurassic Coaster services, local operator Daemori coaches operate a number of routes that go from Dorchester down to Weymouth. The most obvious one of these is the Daemori coaches Route CR8, which comes in from Blandford through the middle of Dorchester and down to Weymouth via Littlemore. Alongside Route CR8 is the Daemori coaches Route 5, which operates from Dorchester to Weymouth via lots of small villages, as well as the village of Crossways, which is located near Moreton railway station. Now I'm not too sure how quick the 5 is, however I wouldn't recommend it as it goes around lots of little villages. However, it might be quite a nice scenic bus if you have lots of time in your hand. However, the CR8 along with the Jurassic Breezer and Jurassic Coaster services are probably the quickest way to get you from Dorchester down to Weymouth. Anyway, let's head along down to Weymouth on this Jurassic Coaster Enviro 400. If you're in a car heading down from Dorchester or any other place in the surrounding area, it might be worth turning left at this roundabout and heading down to the Mount Pleasant Park and Ride. Car parking, as far as I'm aware, is free, and you can catch the First to Essex Route 2, which runs on all days of the week and is very frequent. The only thing is you have to walk from the main Park and Ride site and the Park and Ride building up to the main road to catch the Route 2 into the centre, as for some reason First to Essex will not run buses around the Park and Ride just to save that little bit of fuel. Last year, Transpora Bus did run a Park and Ride 1 service which ran from Mount Pleasant Park and Ride into Weymouth Town Centre. However, I don't think it's running this year because it was too costly and they didn't make enough money out of the service, which isn't very surprising considering Dorset Council couldn't do the same. 400s, you'll also find a small fleet of newer Enviro 400 MMCs, which are in a lot better conditions than the original Enviro 400s. The MMCs are better than the original Enviro 400s, as I think they have air conditioning, as well as that they also have pretty much up-to-date maps and USB charging, and overall the seats are just comfier. You will often find the Enviro 400s and the Enviro 400 MMCs on the closed-top double-decker Jurassic Coaster bus route, as not all Jurassic Coaster bus routes are open-top. Anyway, here we are now at Weymouth at the King statue. Now, as you just saw, there was one of the Jurassic Coaster open-top buses. Now, in all three of these videos, we won't actually be going on a Jurassic Coaster branded open-top bus. I'll discuss more about this in part 2 and part 3, as different buses can end up on different routes, as long as they're with First Wessex. It's now time to leave Weymouth and head to the stunning Lulworth Cove. However, we will not be doing that on the Jurassic Coaster, as it's once again time to travel on Fred's favourite operator, Moorbus. Now, Moorbus operate the Jurassic Breezer services, the main attraction being the service that I'm on today, which is the 30, and runs in direct competition with the Jurassic Coaster X50 and X54. Now, the history of the Jurassic Coasters alongside the Jurassic Breezers is very confusing. Originally, you could get a bus all the way from Poole, through Weymouth, through Lyme Regis, and all the way along to Exeter. However, just after the first year of operation, I think, this service was withdrawn all the way along to Axminster. Now, recent cuts have been made in the 2024 season. Last year, the X52 was split into two, and the X52 now only operates between Bridport and Weymouth. That was how the X50 was formed, which we'll be travelling on a bit later. Now, the X50 operates in direct competition with the Jurassic Breezer and was only going to operate between Weymouth, Wool and Wareham. However, at the last minute it was extended by First to be in direct competition and now operates as far as Corfe Castle and Swanage. Now, the X54 used to operate all the way from Weymouth through Wareham and along to Poole. However, this year it has been cut back to Wareham, which makes the route practically useless. However, it does mean there is an hourly bus service on the Jurassic Coaster, at least, between Weymouth, Wool and Wareham. Anyway, the Jurassic Breezer is absolutely stunning, and in my opinion is better than the Jurassic Coaster. The buses are overall just nicer, the buses are Scania Omni Cities, and as well as that, the buses have destination boards and announcements. The announcements also tell you what places are nearby, since this is a summer only route and is clearly designed to be aimed at tourists. Now, the Jurassic Breezers are a number of bus routes. There's the 30, which is the main route. However, alongside that there is the 31, which is basically a Lulworth Cove to Wareham loop, and operates every hour, every single day of the week, and is quite cool really. Alongside that, there are also more buses, other Breezer bus routes, and the Campsite Connect Route 35, which runs from Swanage through Wareham to Wareham Forest. Anyway, I think you've heard enough of my voice for one little minute, so let's now head along all the way from Weymouth to Lulworth Cove. we are coming into the absolutely fabulous Lulworth Cove. Along this part of the Jurassic Coast and on other parts of the Jurassic Coast, there is some absolutely amazing scenery. Now it is off camera at the moment, however, the Jurassic Breezer 31 bus was already waiting for us, as both the 30 and 31 are supposed to leave exactly at the same time between Lulworth Cove and Wool. Now, the Jurassic Coaster X54 and the X50 are all scheduled to leave 3 minutes after the Jurassic Breezer. However, in the end, are supposed to leave 1 minute after the Jurassic Breezer at 1/4 the hour, whereas the Jurassic Breezer is supposed to leave at 14 minutes past the hour. However, as you will see in a minute, this Jurassic Coaster Enviro 400 MMC did leave quite a bit early. Anyway, let's now just have a look around Lulworth Cove. Here is the Jurassic Coaster Enviro 400 MMC bound for Wareham on the X54, leaving Lulworth Cove 3 minutes early, presumably so it could pick up all the passengers and get ahead of the Jurassic Breezer buses, since there's one of the Jurassic Coaster buses and 2 of the Jurassic Breezer buses. Here are both Jurassic Breezer Scania Omni-City buses leaving Lulworth Cove bound for Wool. The one that is leaving first is bound for Corfe Castle and Swanage, whilst the second one is on the Lulworth Cove to Wool loop. Here I am at the absolutely beautiful Lulworth Cove. Just down the coast from Lulworth Cove is the absolutely beautiful Durdle Door. Now I would recommend walking around Lulworth Cove and heading down the coast to Durdle Door, as the Durdle Door bus stop is actually quite a walk from the actual Durdle Door. However, because I didn't have very much time, I ended up just staying at Lulworth Cove, which is still absolutely magnificent. Even if you don't have that much time on your hands, I would still recommend coming for a day out in this absolutely beautiful part of Dorset, as it is absolutely stunning and is very well served by buses. Now, here we are leaving Lulworth Cove, and this is where things went a bit downhill. Although all the buses from now were still on time, because of bad weather, and I think they were also rebranding some of the buses, our X50 bus was not the advertised open top that they advertised on all the bus stop signs and in the first Wessex leaflet. Instead, we had this ex-London Volvo B90L Right Eclipse Gemini 2, which was good, but it was certainly not as good as an open topper. Anyway, I'm now going to take this all the way back to Weymouth along the road we just came along on the Jurassic Breezer. statue. Now I wasn't going to film this last bit as it was just on the normal First Wessex Route 10, as I had to get back to Dorchester to get home. However, I ended up having one of the Enviro 400 MMCs on the Route 10. Quite often Jurassic Coaster vehicles will end up on First Wessex local bus routes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you when we get back to Dorchester. back at the Brewery Square in Dorchester Town Centre. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video if you're watching this in the future. However, if you're watching these videos in order, I will see you in the next Jurassic Coaster video. Anyway, cheers for now, and I'll see you at some point or another on another great adventure. Bye everyone.